Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and welcome to episode 34 of the DGA podcast. I am your host, Vince, and with me in the studio is...
Idly.
All right. So, what are we doing this week? It's a question to you. What are we doing this week? Who are we honoring? What's going on this month?
Well, judging by the pink background that I have and your wings, the brood mother.
The brood mother, yes. You didn't get that joke. Like, see, Kerrigan, even though she turned into a Zerg, she's still technically the mother of the Zerg. So, in honor of Mother's Day, does that not sound right? I mean...
Here's the thing, though. I got it, but it was just so odd.
Shut up, Wesley. Shut up, Wesley.
Fine.
Shut up, Wesley.
We're going to be hearing that a lot. A, because I don't have anything configured in SoundPad right now, and B, it's Mother's Day. So if anyone gets a chance to soundboard, it's...
Shut up, Wesley.
It's going to be Beverly Crusher, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
And
she is a mother.
She is a mother, that's what I mean.
Shut up, Wesley.
Yeah, so... All right, let's go ahead and...
Let's rock and roll!
All
right, so the list that we came up with this month, and we will get back to the Star Trek episodes at some point. We're going to let some time, we're gonna sift through what we watched, and, we don't want to bore you guys for the next 6 months with Star Trek-related content.
Yeah.
So we want to spread it out a bit. So this month, the top 5 is going to be top 5 games our non-gamer mothers would like. So this isn't going to be necessarily a list for all mothers out there. Like, all mothers have to play these 5 games, or all mothers should play these games. No, these are games that, like, based on what I know about my mom, these are the 5 games that I think she would like the most, even though she's never played some of them before. And I think Idly took a similar approach to that, so it'll be interesting.
Yep.
So I guess we'll just move on quickly then to our number 5 entry. I have on here words with friends and words on stream. I had words with friends and words on stream, kind of like a similar thing. They're both like word games, and the reason I picked this one is because my mom and I used to play a lot of Scrabble back in the day, and we used to have a fun time doing that. And she's technologically challenged, as nice as I can possibly say that.
Yeah,
like, you know how I tried.
Mothers are.
It is, yeah. Most parents are technologically challenged nowadays. If I were to pick, like, when I think of my mom, I think it has to be stupid simple. I put Discord on her phone, and she still hasn't used it. And I was trying to do video chat with her, and I just can't get her to use it. So like, I had to think, okay, so what games are stupid simple? Words on stream, she doesn't even need to download anything. She just goes to a website and then watches me play or contributes in the chat. That is as stupid simple as you could possibly get. So that's why Words on stream, a game like that, I think would be beneficial. It's a great way of exercising the mind while, like, Jackbox level simple, log in and play with other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was my reasoning behind, like, Words with Friends. Words with Friends is more phone app. It's like phone app Scrabble, whereas Words on Stream is more like a website thing. But so I would recommend those 2 programs or those 2 games for my mom, assuming she's listening, which she's not, but that's okay. So what was your number 5 entry?
My number 5 was Overcooked.
Overcooked. So your mom must be very different than mine, because I can't imagine my mom playing this.
Here's the thing. My mom, she's like me. She'll try anything once, and she loves me with all her heart. I'm so blessed to have a mother like her. She just adores me as her only child, So she would, if I recommended this to her, she would sit next to me. We would play together. I would probably rip out my hair trying to tell her about the controls and how to control her character, but she would actually try, bless her heart, and she would probably have a lot of fun with this. She would die every single time, but she would laugh, and she would, she enjoys cooking, so I think the theme would be super, up her alley.
Is this... Overcooked is a very fast-paced game.
Yeah.
Is your mom quick with, like, is she quick on her feet with games that are fast-paced, or is she, like, my mom would not be able to play this. There should be too much
Yeah.
going on. She would be overwhelmed and frustrated.
I think we would have fun if me and my mom were playing this together and I was telling her, Mom, get the meat. She'd be like, "Oh my gosh, where is it? Where is it?" Like, it would just be so chaotic. We'd probably lose every single level, but it would still be so much fun. It would be like a little bonding, experience. We wouldn't go into this trying to win. We would just go into this trying to, like, just have fun with it.
My mom did that on occasion with us. Like, she would actually come into a room and play games. I can't vouch for this personally, but David, my brother, told me that when I was in college, my mom would go into the room that he was playing PlayStation or Super Nintendo, whatever it was, and she would actually play Dynasty Warriors with him. And
Really?
and mom knew, like, who Lubu was, and I guess, I mean, I'm sure she didn't understand the lore and all the other characters in that universe, but all she had to do was sit there and smash a button 6,000 times. So, like, it's Dynasty Warriors is a game that he could, or, a mom could easily get into if she's into that whole hack and slash kind of thing.
Yeah, my mom is so not into that stuff at all.
Really?
Like,
Not
at
the
all.
not the violent stuff.
She
More.
doesn't like the combat. She doesn't like horror. She doesn't like the violent stuff too much. She's kind of like, she kind of has my dad's way of thinking, which is like video games are kind of a waste of time.
It's the work of the devil. I get it. No, it's
Well,
fine.
no, it's just like there's so many other things that you could be doing, and that's why that's why my list is based off of things that I think she would like, even though she doesn't play, a lot of games. So,
No, that's cool.
yeah.
All right, fair enough. I mean, that's what's cool about this list is that, every mother, every person, every gamer is different. They have different tastes in games and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
No one can make a list that everyone can relate to. But when it comes to, like, this is just a nice, cool topic, I think, because, moms are, I don't know, like, they've been with us all of our lives, and to have a mom that actually plays video games with you from time to time, even if it's something you hate, it's just something you can really bond over. It's a nice little activity. I don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, I just started rambling. I'm like, okay, whatever. So yeah, it's time for me to
Shut up, Wesley.
And let's move on to number. I don't want to get too sentimental now. What was? Are we on number 4?
The waterworks come. I'm surprised you don't have like something on the sound pad with like a violin.
I have.
There, that's close enough. It's supposed to be like sad, like the sad mother.
Nothing says sadder like a mariachi band. Well, I mean, just listen how sad that is. I mean, clearly.
Mom, I love you so much. It's so sentimental.
You mean the world to me. If I could get serious for a moment, yeah.
Wow. All
right,
okay, what's your number 4?
Let's please move on to number 4. Okay, I gotta click buttons. Okay, so my number 4. This is a game that I don't think she has played, but I think this is a game she would play if she had the time and the necessity and the inkling to know how to do it and be patient. And that's Stardew Valley, but I also have like a / Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Like Harvest Moonish?
Yes. It's something to do, like, the reason I picked Stardew Valley mainly was because there's co-op in that. Whereas with other games like Harvest Moon, typically they're a single-player game, and I can't see her really sticking with something like that. I think, like, if like, even I also have Farm Together listed as a / like, basically a farming game that families can play together. And Stardew Valley just happened to be the first one that popped up. But Farm Together is like a Facebook-y casual farming game that you could also play multiplayer with your family. And my mom, I mean, she might just walk around and look at stuff, but at least, like with Stardew Valley, you don't have to do everything. Like, if you just want to sit, you don't even have to leave your farm. You can just sit there. I can deliver seeds to her, and she can just do her farming or take care of animals while I go off and do other things and keep money flowing into the farm. Like, so in my head, this is the perfect kind of game for us, I think. Just because, like, I have my strengths as a gamer, and as a casual gamer herself, I think she would enjoy just the whole working together on a farm, bonding experience kind of thing. But I don't, with her being the age that she is now, I can't see her playing this. But had Stardew Valley been around 20 years ago, I think she would have been into this, if I had to guess.
That's awesome.
Any thoughts about Stardew Valley before we move on, or any farm together related stuffs? Did your mom play any farming together games?
I was thinking about Farm Together. I was thinking about Stardew Valley, all those casual ones. But to be honest, I think my mom would think it would be too boring.
Really?
She would,
boring?
yeah.
Your
I think
mom's a
she would.
thrill seeker.
I think she wants something that'll stimulate her brain. I think she likes stuff like that. So like just for her, like gardening in a virtual game, I think she'd be like, Adali, I think we should just garden outside in real life.
Adali, we could be doing anything else right now.
Yeah.
Like outside.
Exactly. I think that would be her mindset if I try to get her into this Stardew Valley or Farm Together. She'd be like, what are we doing?
Why am I fishing? There's a lake right down the street. We can just go
Yeah, exactly. Why don't we just tan in the backyard?
Yeah,
like,
right.
come on, let's go.
So Massachusetts has a skull cavern somewhere, I'm sure. But anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah, so what was your number 4?
My number 4 was House Flipper.
House Flipper. So
Yeah. So
your mom would like a house remodelation game?
I don't know, to be honest, but I think it would be really funny for her to try this because she cleans a lot. Like, she's Spanish, we clean. So,
Okay.
So, like...
I'm going to be sleeping on the couch for saying that, but okay.
No, but she would probably like this for the interior decoration stuff, I think. Like, I think she'd have some sort of, like, ambition to get a house cleaned up and then decorate it however she wants. And I think she would enjoy that aspect. I think she would even like the cleaning just because it would give her a break from cleaning her actual house.
But would she find that more, like, chore-like? I mean, does she actually enjoy cleaning?
I don't know. She likes cleaning. She finds it therapeutic. So I have to imagine she may like the little cleaning in House Flipper with the intention of flipping the house, with the decorating and stuff. I was trying to find something similar, but with like fashion, like like a fashion game, but we don't have any of that. Yeah, because she likes she likes clothing and fashion, but there's none of that. I was gonna put JoJo's Fashion Show, but I had already talked about that a long time ago.
I see.
So
I see. Would your mom be interested in the economic side of this too? Like, you know how when you place down objects in a house, the people are like, "Oh, I would prefer this," or like this business guy wants this and this family wants this. Would she even care about that, or is it just more about cleaning for her?
It's more about the decorating, I think, for her, and maybe a little bit the cleaning. I don't think she would give a crap about money making, honestly. Like, she's not a strategy or economical type of gamer at all.
Because the downside to this game is, in the standard game, you have just a small amount of money in this little shack, and then you have to keep cleaning houses and flipping them and working your way up to get to the bigger and better stuff. Would your mom have the patience to do that? Or would she prefer the sandbox where you could just give her a big house and just let her have at it? Like,
the sandbox would probably be more her thing.
Okay.
Definitely.
Interesting. My mom, I don't think, would play this just because she's an outdoorsy kind of person. She likes to take walks and stuff. So why would she bother doing work in a game?
Yes, exactly. Like, that's what I was thinking too. But again, my mom likes cleaning. She's Spanish. And she, and like, I think she would actually like the decorating.
Wait, what did you just call her?
What?
What did you just call her?
She's Spanish. That's funny.
All right.
Shut up,
All
Wesley.
right. Yeah. Did you really? Okay.
Kind of.
Kind of.
All right. So, yeah, I don't know. That's what I think. I mean, I could probably be totally wrong. I'd be like, Mom, you want to play this game that you can have pets? On the DLC, you can have pets and stuff. She'd be like, I don't know, maybe.
That's due out soon.
Yeah, she might actually really love that. I know she loves gardening
Does
too.
she watch those
So,
HGTV shows where people remodel houses or whatever?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She likes stuff like that.
All right.
I'm
I'm
pretty
just kidding.
sure at least.
All right. Good to know. All right. All right. So now I got to click more buttons. Number 3, mine was. It's a board game called Sequence. I don't
Oh
think
yeah.
this is a mom. I don't think this is a game that my mom has ever played. It's possible that I have played this game with her. This game has been out for quite a while. This is a game where it's a 10 by 10 grid, I think, of different. It's like bingo, basically. You're going to be drawing a card, and then you put one of your chips. I think you have a hand of cards, and I think you play a card that you want to play, and you put one of your chips on it, and you're trying to get 5 in a row, I think 3 times or something like that. It's been a while since I've played it, but this is, I mean, my mom, when you think mom, you think like bingo halls filled with older ladies, and
Hmm.
I'm to me, like, this just makes sense to me. I don't know what it is. It's simple. It's like
Hmm.
a bingo poker-esque kind of game that is very simple to play. I mean, if
Isn't
you
this like Connect Four sort of?
it's like 5 in a row, 4 in a row.
Yeah.
It's like Connect 4 without the 3D. It's just you're just trying to play cards from your hand onto the table,
Yeah.
and whenever you put a card down, you put a chip there, and you're trying to get 5 in a row. So you're trying to like block your opponent and position yourself, and it's a lot of it is RNG based on what you draw. But at the
Hmm.
same time, like when you're playing a game with your mom like that, chances are, if she's a non-gamer person, a heavy Euro game isn't going to sit well with her anyway. So
Yeah.
as we call it here, Ameritrash. Sequence I would call Ameritrash, and this is a game that I think she would really enjoy if we haven't played it when I was a kid already. We
Hmm.
may have played this as a kid, and I just don't remember. But
Yeah.
this came instantaneous to me. You've played Sequence before? Did you care for it?
It was okay.
It was okay.
It wasn't my type of game. I don't think it would be my mom's type of game at
Really?
all.
Is that
Hmm.
just because it's too casual, or
I think she would just get a little bit confused and just like, I don't know. I think she would rather play bingo. She likes bingo.
she likes bingo? But so
Yes.
is it the extra step of like managing a hand of cards and figuring out what to play?
Probably. Probably. I think she would rather play dominoes or bingo over this for
Yeah. I
sure.
mean, dominoes. I mean, all you got to do is match 2 numbers. I mean, it's not that difficult. I get what you're saying there.
I don't think
Every
so.
chance I get, I'm gonna make a dig at dominoes.
You always make a dig at dominoes. I
Mm.
know that.
Your dad loves it when I do that.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm gonna declare a war on dominoes and see how that goes with Puerto Rico.
Oh man.
So what was your number 3 then?
My number 3 was Animal Shelter Simulator.
Animal Shelter Simulator. I got to click more
Mhm.
buttons here, but what's
Yeah.
Animal Shelter Simulator about?
It's that one that you recently, well, sort of recently streamed, and you take care of dogs and cats, and you put them in your little kennel, and then you find out who's the perfect match for them, and you send them on their way.
Did you like the game when you were playing it?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cute. It was pretty casual. Um, I think my mom would love this because she loves dogs. Like she absolutely adores dogs. And
Well, Puerto Rico has a dog problem, right? It's
yeah,
they're
it
overrun
does.
with strays and stuff.
Yeah. And she takes them in. Like she'll take strays in and she'll feed them and I think this is a game that she would probably love. I would probably have to teach her like how to do this and that and this and that, but um if I was next to her and we were playing it together, I think she'd really enjoy this one.
Would she like what part would she like the most? Like again, a sandbox mode where you've got
She would
everything, or
most like yeah, I think so. I think she would just like taking care of the dogs and like looking at them, maybe
as a
taking a picture of them.
so rather than it being a dog rescue, it's just going to be a dog accumulation shelter.
Basically.
So she's just going to accumulate all the dogs and cats she can,
No, no.
and then never adopt them out and just play
No,
with them.
I think she would adopt them out. I don't think she'd hoard them like that.
Next
I
time
think
on
she,
Hoarders, yeah, Idle's
no,
Mom Edition, yeah.
no. I think she would actually like the whole matching up too. Like trying to find like she would be so sad if she sent a dog out to an abuser, or to an abusive home. She'd be like, "Oh no, I made a mistake. Oh
How do
no."
I? What do I do? What do I do, Idle? How do I stop? How do I undo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Uh huh.
I think she'd enjoy that one.
I liked this game. It's a little repetitive for me, but I do like. There are not a whole lot of games out there on the video game or board game market where your primary responsibility is to care for animals. There's some Flash games out there. There's like Wowies and what other games out there. But most of them are crap. Okay.
Yeah.
But this game, it's rough around the edges from a technical standpoint, but
it's very janky a little bit.
But it's still like, again, when you play a game like this, part of me is like, I'm just glad they're promoting animal rescue in the first place. If they don't get the game 100% right, fine. But at the same time, I'm just glad that they are actually promoting animal shelter rescue stuff. I want to see more of that. It's playable too. It is like playable. I just want a really good one. I want a really good one. But the fact that there's an animal rescue game or two out there that is somewhat popular, and I just think that's a great idea.
I want one that's really in depth and that has like Skyrim-like graphics.
Skyrim-like graphics. That's gonna be the new. That's gonna be the new standard nowadays.
Yeah.
Does it look like Skyrim? No, then I'm not buying it.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. This dog. The dogs in Skyrim look more realistic than some of the dogs in this game. Like if you go in Skyrim to some villages, there's chickens wandering around, and I think there's some dogs barking. But they look more realistic than some of the games in 2022, which is sad. That just goes to show you how lazy developers have become, and anyway, money. So, anything else to say about this before we move on?
It's just a simple taking care of animals and adopting them out that I think my mom would probably enjoy for 20 minutes or so.
My mom would be more into the just caring for the animals and interacting with them bit. I can't see her taking the time to learn how to use the in-game computer. She has enough trouble using her cell phone. You know what I mean? So for her to work an in-game computer that she has to get to in the first place by finding the game and opening it. I'm just saying, like, I think she would just be happier interacting with the animals.
All of the games that I'm listing are games that I would have to play with my mom to walk her through it, because my mom's in the same boat. Like, we're all technically challenged, and we're
I'm getting there. I'm over 40 now, and there is some stuff that just pisses me off. So
so it's moving along. So
what did we look up for your dad the other day? Some sort of app that we had to hold in two buttons on his
the talk back on the phone.
The Android talk. I don't even know what talkback is. So we sat there and Googled it for 20 minutes and finally figured it out. I'm just saying, like, we're getting to the age now where we no longer know stuff like that when it comes to modern day stuff. So,
yeah, we actually have to look it up now. So
at least we know what Google is, right? We're not that far gone.
Not yet.
Not yet. My number 2 is a game called, oh my God, get that out of here. Oh my God. I'm so fat. Get this out. What's the crew cut? Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Fine.
All right. So, Phase 10. This was way back. This was 2014. I can't believe I look that different. Anyway, so my mom, again, as you know, when it comes to computers and that, she's not all that great with them. A game like Phase 10 or Rummy or some kind of card game, I think would be right up her alley. It's something that she's familiar with because my grandfather used to play Pinochle all the time. He was the biggest card shark that I knew. Like, every time I saw him, he was taking everyone's money just because he's really good at it. It didn't. I mean, my grandfather grew up with polio, and back then there was no vaccine, so he had that crippled leg for the rest of his life. But he taught me Pinochle, he taught me poker, he taught me 5-card stud. There was a game called 33, I think it was, Scat or something. The name of the game was called Scat 33. I know there's a different definition for that word now.
Yeah, I get it.
But
it's in music too. It's like scat-a-dat.
Yeah, something. Anyway, so he taught me a lot of different. That's where I learned a lot of the majority of my card games. So I know my mom has been exposed to it, at least, to know enough about card games to play them. And she's played poker with me on occasion and some other card, Uno. But Phase 10, I picked this one because there's enough variety here so to where it doesn't get boring. Because in Phase 10, the primary goal of Phase 10 is, okay, for your Phase 1, you have to complete a run of this. Get 3 cards of this color and this, and get like 3, 4, 5 in a run. And then once you complete that, then you move on to phase 2, and then you have, and these phases, the objectives get progressively harder. So I can see my mom, I don't know, like it's got a lot of variety in those different runs to where it's a long game, but it'll constantly keep you busy trying to figure out what cards you want to keep and what you want to throw away. And it's not difficult at all to play. So if I had to pick a game for my mom, like a card game, I would say Phase 10, or if she wants to go simpler than that, then maybe like Gin Rummy. I did have Rummikub, which is it came in a black and white box with plastic chips in it. But it was an older board game. That was one of my first board games that I had as a kid, was called Rummikub. And it was a rummy style game. So I know that she is familiar with them. How much she likes them, I couldn't tell you. But I would play this with her, and I think she'd be okay with it if we did. Have you played Phase 10, or do you have any, like Skippo and other games like that?
I love Skippo. I love Phase 10. And I remember first playing them when I was about 19 years old, and I fell in love with them, and it was so awesome. My mom, I don't think would like to play this. I think she'd rather go with Uno or Crazy Eights.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think she would play this.
She isn't like a rummy. She's not a rummy player where you have to create runs and stuff. Okay.
No.
Fair enough.
I don't think she ever liked poker either. I think my dad tried poker, but I think he's more into blackjack.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. The tastes might be a little bit different, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
No. What was your number 2?
My number 2. What was my number 2 actually? Oh, Subnautica.
I can't see your mom playing this.
Here's the thing. I have a story. So I remember when I was in my bedroom and I was playing Subnautica, and I tried to show it to my dad, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, sure."
Go mow the lawn.
Yeah, like he was just like, "Oh, that's really nice. Wow, look at that." Like I think he was trying to get into it, and he liked the water graphics. And then I remember my mom coming over, and I would show her this game, and she would like be on my bed, and she would actually watch me play this. She actually saw me playing this, and she looked like she was really into it. I think she liked the endless ocean. She liked how kind of creepy the exploration was, I think, even though like she's not into anything horror. But I think she would probably play this, to be honest.
I don't know, would she care for like the base building you have to do and the submarine and all that
I
other
don't
stuff?
think so. I think she just likes the exploring.
She would like the first 10, 15 minutes of the game just swimming around and doing things.
Yeah, I think she would like trying out the different tools. I think she'd like trying out the different vehicles too. I think there was like 3 or 4 different vehicles. And I think she'd try to explore with that, you know? I think she'd even like picking up the resources or trying to get away from the monsters, you know? I think she'd even like that. But the building stuff, the crafting, I can't see her getting into that part.
You'd have to turn off the health and hunger mode and all that stuff so that she wouldn't die, and then B...
I don't know. I think she might like the hunger aspect.
Really?
The hunger and the thirst. I think she might. I don't know. I'd have to talk to her about that.
It would have to be lenient enough to where it wouldn't be like there are certain survival games where you have to eat and drink every 2 minutes or you're dead.
Yeah.
And it hunting becomes 75% of the gameplay, and that bores some people because they want to do other things.
Yeah.
So you would have to like play on a mode where the water and hunger needs very lax. You know, only once in a while would you have to worry about them, kind of thing.
I almost picked Raft, almost.
Raft,
but
that's a good one.
But I think she would have gotten bored with that. I think the exploration of Subnautica kind of like pardon the pun, hook, line, and sinkered her.
Well, I can understand because Raft is less of an exploration game and more of a resource collection management, crafting. I mean, yeah, there is exploration in Raft. Oh, there's an island. But after a while, all of the islands start to look the same and have the same resources and enemies on them. So, yeah.
And the controls are easy in Subnautica, so I think my mom would probably get a handle on it. It's just the whole crafting thing, I think. she wouldn't care for too much. But yeah, I think she liked seeing all the fish and the exploration because I remember her on my bed on the phone, and then she looks up. She's like, "Oh, what's that, Italy? Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!" I don't know. Maybe she was doing it for my benefit, but I have no idea. I think
Yeah.
she liked it.
That's well, hey, no, I mean, Subnautica has that feature and that bonus of like when you first play this game and you first take that dive underwater,
Hmm.
every new biome, every new creature that you come across, it scares the living daylights out of you because you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what it's going to
Hmm.
do to you.
Yeah.
Like when I first started playing this for the very first time, I think the first eel I ran into, I was running away from, and then once I got good at the game, I'm like, I just blow right through them. I don't care anymore. But you know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
that initial sense of what is this, the unknown. I think that's where games like this really shine.
Hmm.
And I don't know. I agree with you that this would be a cool game. My mom, I think, would be a bit overwhelmed by this,
Mm.
and I'd have to do like the constructing and bases and all that stuff. But
Hmm.
I'd be curious to see her swing around the ocean and seeing her reaction to things as they happen. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But I would have to
Hmm.
turn like oxygen off and food and
Yeah,
hunger.
like creative mode.
Right.
Right.
I'd have to make it so that she wouldn't have to worry about anything other than just having fun and looking around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like zoo
Okay.
mode, I guess, uh,
Hmm.
if I had to guess. Planet Zoo, that's an idea. Make a park in Planet Zoo and then just have her walk around. It's not on my list, but that's a thought.
I have it on my honorable mentions
Oh, do
actually,
you?
and
Oh,
I'll
okay.
talk about that later.
All right, good to know. My number one entry,
Hmm.
and
I'm so curious.
this Peggle. Um,
Oh,
That's my mom on the right.
yeah.
She does not play games a whole lot, and I have to shove the controller into her hands, otherwise she won't play it. But
Hmm.
once she started playing Peggle, boy was she into it. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is about Peggle, but once you hit that button, once you hit that button and watch the ball bling 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 bling, and then
Yeah.
it's just you get so hooked and addicted to that sound and the ambience, and then when Ode to Joy starts playing because or the drum roll when it's about to hit the last one, it's a
Yeah.
brrrr, and then you miss it, and then the ball comes back, brrrr, oh I missed it again, and now it's come brrrr, and then oh finally now Ode to Joy, and now the level ends. But my
You know,
mom had a great time with this.
you know what it is? I feel like it's up the alley of The Price is Right, you know? So, and a lot
It's the
of,
Plinko side.
yeah,
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
like a lot of moms, I guess they love that, you know?
They have to be stupid
So,
simple, and it's just pinball almost.
mhm.
I mean, there's really no flippers either. You just hope the ball lands in the hole in the bottom of the screen. She
Yeah.
just noticed that I'm filming her,
That's
but I
cute.
love it because when she gets into it, like she'll press the button, even though you can't control the ball in Peggle, she's still with the controller going left and right with it. And it's so cute to watch and so funny to watch.
Yeah.
Um,
I used to do that a long time ago. I would be like looking to the left or to the right and at the computer screen.
uh-huh.
Sometimes I catch myself still doing it. It's embarrassing. But with your mom, it's so cute.
Uh-huh. She's a good sport about it. I honestly, genuinely think she enjoyed this game, because she didn't just like knowing her. If she didn't like something, she would go, "Okay, that's good. I was okay." But she
Mhm.
kept playing it. Like she wouldn't stop playing it. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
she likes this. You know what I mean?
Is it,
So
do you think it's maybe because she didn't know how to shut it
how
off?
to stop? Maybe maybe it's like if I'm gonna be in prison, I might as well have fun
Oh,
with it. Yeah, I guess.
poor mom.
I don't know. The fact that she was moving around as much as she was and getting into it, like that tells me that she's having a good time. Like her
Yeah,
anxiety levels were spiking all over the place.
that's
But yeah, it
awesome.
was a cute little yeah. So Peggle is
Okay.
my number one. What was your number one?
I try to make my list um for games that my mom hasn't played. So my number one, I kind of cheated. And
Yeah,
I kind of made it so that my mom has played this before and she has always played this almost
in the
all her
arcade or
life.
on the Atari?
On the arcade.
Okay.
I don't know if she ever, I don't think she's ever had an Atari, but she would go to the arcades and she would tell me about all the times that she would like be on the high scores for Centipede. She loves Centipede.
That
Yeah.
game gives me anxiety because like you've got spiders and other bugs coming
Yeah.
at you, and then what sucks is that when you shoot one, it turns into a block that others bounce off
Yeah.
of. So like you run the risk of if you're at close range and shooting these things, they form blocks, and when they hit the blocks, they move down even further. So like you got to get out of their way. It's just, Centipede and I never got along.
I remember
Space Invaders was okay, but Centipede and I don't know what it is. We just never connected. But
I love Centipede. Centipede is like a really good game for me too. But my mom, I remember the first time we went to an arcade, and I remember she played Pac-Man and she loved it. She loves Pac-Man. And I remember watching her play Centipede with the rolling ball. And she was just going ham. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I think I was about 8 or 9 at the time. And my dad was like, yeah, well, that's what she does.
Does your dad have any video game, like, genes at all?
No.
Like, no, okay.
Right. Nothing. I think the last video game he played was Super Mario Brothers so long ago. For like 5 minutes trying to get into it. Like
we need a birdhouse builder simulator game. See if he would enjoy that. You know what I mean?
I remember playing American Truck Simulator in the living room, and I remember him coming home from work. He's like, "Oh, you're playing this? Why don't you go get a real license?" He was so mad.
Well, at least making me a lot of money, huh? Oh, good job, good job. Let me know when we can withdraw that money from the machine so I can pay these bills.
Oh no, he likes Pac-Man. I think he does
really?
like Pac-Man.
He likes Pac-Man?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he likes Pac-Man. I've seen him play Pac-Man like behind my back, and then when I would come in, he'd be like putting it away real quick.
Oh, he's one of those people. Yeah, the old fart that hates the animals in the house, but at 2:00 in the morning, he's petting them and cooing over them and stuff. Yeah, yeah,
yeah. But my mom loves Centipede. She was so proud of her high scores. She was like, yeah, I'm good. Oh, yeah. She does that corny mom dance, you know. It's so cute. She gets so happy when she plays Centipede and Pac-Man. Like, I think my mom and dad, they really bonded over Pac-Man. So that was like a thing.
That's awesome. So you said you had honorable mentions?
I did. Do you have any?
I don't, except for what I was saying earlier. I forgot now what I was even saying.
Oh, about Peggle?
Peggle. Well, there was Peggle, and then, no, there was another entry before that. You said it was in your honorable mentions.
Oh, Planet Zoo?
Planet Zoo, yes. I can see setting up a zoo for my mom. She wouldn't want to do the business aspect of it. But if I were to set up a zoo or an aquarium, like in Sim Aquarium or whatever, I wouldn't mind like giving her the control and letting her just walk around and maybe interacting with the animals. I think she would enjoy that, actually. Just not the whole business side of it. You know what I mean?
I almost put Planet Zoo down, but I think it's too economically based for my mom.
It's challenging because you got to worry about like animal stats and you don't technically need to worry about it, but it is hard in Planet Zoo to make money. I mean, unless you put down donation boxes and figure stuff out, I don't know. Like I would say like sandbox mode, let her put down what she wants. And if she has trouble, then do it for her and then let her walk around and enjoy.
I think my mom would be too frustrated with the controls, that's for sure.
Really?
I think the only thing she would like to do would watch the animals. That's what I think. Or watch the people taking care of the animals. I think that's the only thing she would like. And that's why I took it off my list and replaced Animal Shelter Simulator because it was so much simpler than Planet Zoo.
No, that makes sense. That's a good point.
Yeah, and I also have Dark Deception on here.
Really? Your mom would like that?
Only because she likes Pac-Man a lot. So Dark Deception is very Pac-Man-y, but in a horror sense, and I think she'd be kind of creeped out with like the jump scares in Dark Deception or like the thing that's like coming to chase her. I think she'd get her heart racing over that.
You scream loudly when you get scared. Is she as bad? Can she handle her horror or no?
I think she doesn't scream as loud as I do.
You scream bloody murder.
Sorry.
Every time we play either Phasmophobia or Ghost Exile or whatever, like you scream. I feel like my neighbor's like, oh, there she goes. I wonder if the boyfriend is beating her up again, or you know what I mean. I feel like I'm doing something.
No, I don't even get scared. It's just startle. It's a startle scream. That's all.
That's some startle, but okay.
my mom, she would I think she would just mainly like jump back or be like, or something like that. But I don't think she would like full blown scream. Although I have a video of my aunt doing one of those. Hold on, I have to find it now. She did the maze, the scary maze.
What's the scary maze?
It's when you do like it's a flash game of where you do.
Is it one of those
maze.
where it just pops up like when you get to a certain point in the maze, a head just pops up on the screen, and goes.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the first annoying. Yeah.
I just sent it to you on your Steam. If you want to show the.
I can't. I'm in the middle of. I can't adjust it from here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Well, anyways, I have it on YouTube. If you guys want to see it, just email Vince and.
Yeah.
It's my aunt, and she is actually doing the scary maze, and she's close, and we have a family reunion. There's a bunch of people around, and it's at nighttime. We're all in our PJs, and she gets to a certain point, and the exorcist woman shows up on the screen, screams so loudly, and my aunt screams, falls back. She falls backwards. Everyone's cracking up, and she's like practically crying. It was kind of funny.
She can't handle that either.
No,
they're not horror people.
No, but my mom, I think she would only like Dark Deception because of the Pac-Man thing.
Okay.
So I think, and it's first-person view. If it was a different theme, like more adventure, more friendly and family-friendly instead of like horror like that, I think she would probably enjoy that one more. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Oh, the other thing that was also in my honorable mentions was Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
Well,
that's a classic. Donkey Kong.
My mom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. My mom loved Super Mario Brothers. I remember every time I played it, she would come in the room and she would try to take the controller from me, and she would play herself.
Is that the first one, like the very first one, or was you talking like Super Mario World 3 or Mario 3?
Super Mario Brother.
Is that the one with just the original Mario and red player, Luigi green player, one mushroom to blow up? You had the fire mushroom. You had the star, yes,
and then, that one.
Okay, and then the water level was like water too. Like the second level was water, and then our princess is in another castle, and
I think so. It's not pixelated. It's not like as pixelated as the Nintendo 64 ones. I had the Super Nintendo.
Oh, so it was Super Nintendo, not original Nintendo.
No, not original Nintendo.
Oh, okay. So Super Nintendo. That's Super Mario World. Then you're thinking of Super Mario World.
Oh, maybe. I had the one with the stars, the star worlds.
Whenever.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The first Super Mario World thing that I remember is there's a top-down view with the little dots, and you can move Mario between the different dots, and then you can enter one of those dots, and that's where you met Yoshi and got to ride Yoshi.
Exactly. Super Mario World. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Okay, yeah. Super Mario Brothers was the original NES game, typically paired with Duck Hunt as the game that you would get when you first bought the system. Super Mario World is the Super NES version of that, also typically a starter game that you would get.
I forgot about Duck Hunt. My dad actually liked that one.
Wait, I thought he didn't care. Why does he just go outside and shoot the birds?
That was a long time ago, though. It was a very long time ago. I think my dad actually played a few of that. It was pretty funny.
Okay.
But I remember him like going hee like the dog. Okay, that's all I remember.
Did he care for those shooter games in the arcades where you had a gun and you would shoot stuff?
Yeah.
Is that more his thing, like Rambo style arcade games?
I think so, kind of. He loved the racing. He liked going in the racing ones, like with the wheels.
That's fun. The interactive ones were fun. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he liked that in a social setting, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, my mom liked Super Mario Brothers. In fact, when I was about 10 or 11, she would play Super Mario Brothers, and she made a very crude comment. I was very little, and my dad, if he ever found out that like my mom made crude comments about something that was in the game that I shan't say on this.
Please don't.
I won't. But if he had found out, he would have been so mad. But I remember laughing so hard, and my mom was like, "Oh, look at that! That looks like, you know." I'm like, it was. There
are a lot of mushrooms in Super Mario World, if that's what you're talking about.
Kind of, yeah. Okay. It was right up that alley.
I'm not going to touch that any further. All right, good to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, along the lines of Super Mario, one game I considered putting on my list was Super Mario Kart. It's just a
Oh.
racing game. It's super casual. The only thing I think my mom wouldn't like about it is that there's a lot of take that in Super Mario Kart, especially with
Mm-hmm.
the dreaded blue shell that was introduced, the red shell.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like heat-seeking shells that can knock you out. I
Yeah.
think she would enjoy a casual race game in a social setting, but without the whole. Why did my character just spin out of control? What happened? Now I got hit again. What's going on? You know what I mean? That would frustrate her. But I
Yeah.
think a Super Mario Kart without the take that mechanics, I think she would enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be another thing to consider.
That's a good one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on any other honorable mentions?
Not really. I think that's about it. I mean, I'm sure there's more.
I'm sure.
Um, but those are the ones that I can think of.
Cool. Lily was kind enough to provide us with a Mother's Day story, so I'll just quickly read that. Lily's one of our friends on Discord. I really liked your idea for the podcast. It's sweet. My fondest game memory with my mother is actually with both my mother and grandmother. When I was around 7 or 8, my grandmother would stayed with us for a while. The three of us would play Scrabble every Sunday. Even though all my words were tiny in comparison and I would never win, they kept playing with me. Never excluded. It's my fondest memory because my grandmother is no longer around. My mom and I didn't play Scrabble after she died, but we did play Words with Friends for a while. So yeah, Scrabble. As an adult, I appreciate Scrabble. As a
Yeah.
kid, I hated Scrabble because I'm not good with words. I would have those the and but
Yeah.
I had all conjunctions that were 2 or 3 letters long. I would score 1 point for them. You know what I mean? Or reverse
Mm-hmm.
points if that were even possible. But yeah, Scrabble. I don't know. It's a nice wholesome family game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care for Scrabble as a kid, but that's a neat story. Did you play with Scrabble with any of your family, hun?
I think we did. We had I remember we had Scrabble, Connect Four, we had Operation. That was like my favorite game. Mhm.
Operation. I'm the doctor for you. Yeah,
Yeah. And
I win.
and we had Trouble. My mom played Trouble sometimes with me, so that was cute.
Trouble. Ugh. That
Uh,
game sucks. It's like
really?
sorry, it's
Oh,
so bad.
yeah.
You're always one away from landing. Okay, first of all, you need the exact number to get into your base,
Mm,
right? By that time, someone's come up behind you and rolled exactly what is needed to land on top of you and send you back. And now you've got to roll a 6, which you can never roll because it's a 1 in 6 chance. You got to roll a damn
yeah.
6 to get out of the freaking base and go all the way back. I hate Trouble.
Yeah.
Screw Trouble. Okay, it's
I
dead to me.
remember, I don't know, it's pretty nostalgic to me. I liked it. And Guess Who? My mom, sometimes she would play Guess Who with me.
Guess
Yeah.
who? The mystery face game.
Mhm.
I win. Sorry, all those commercials. I'm gonna. We need to do a podcast of all games.
Copyright.
Yeah, that's the only thing stopping me. I would just want to. I just want a podcast where we're just playing commercials, old style commercials of these games. Every board game out there, I win. It's just anyway. So I can't do that anymore. My voice is killing me. All right, so let's
Shut up, Wesley.
and move on. Where are we at now? We did the top 5, yes?
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
awesome.
so.
Okay, so Patreon and Twitch people, again, thank you so much for your support. I still have to send the top 3 keys, but I'll read your names off right now. For Patreon supporters, Ratsy's pledged 135 this month for a lifetime of 5,390. Scotty R pledged 100 for a lifetime of 3,110. Brian pledged 50 for a lifetime of 1,200. Greg Howe pledged $10 for a lifetime of 582. Mindalot pledged 5 for a lifetime of 160. Rip Alpha pledged $1 for a lifetime of 61, and Alyssa Barrett pledged $1 for a lifetime of 20. And again, I'll try and get keys to the top 3 there as soon as I can. Twitch subscribers, your tenure here: White Knight 74648, 49 months. Bessa 702, 47 months. Rapid Amoeba 18. Little Lily P, 17 months, It's Joker, 4 months, and Cell Dawes, 1 month. So, everyone, thank you very much for your support. I'm not working right now and going through health issues, so every little bit is very helpful. It's worth mentioning that behind me, there's, you can't see it, but there's a huge table now with it's a larger, we got 2 board game tables, smashed them together, got a different camera set up and a microphone, so we're trying to get more board game videos out there. So, yeah, we wouldn't be able to do this without your support. So every little bit is very helpful. Last but not least, I think we have our Spanish sentence of the month, right?
Oh.
That requires our
Our sad music.
Our sad music. Yeah, this is played at every Spanish funeral ever.
Oh, geez, not that bad. Like, more sentimental music, I meant.
I see. Alright, so yeah.
Shields up, go to red alert.
Yeah, that escalated very quickly. Alright, so you have a sentence here.
Yes.
Feliz Dia de la Madre a todas las madres que hay. Abrazos y besos para los pumas. So what you're saying here is you have a cat named Feliz, who's a mother today. She's just a brand new. It's a cat who's a mother today. And abrazos y besos is an abrasive kiss. So what you're trying to say here is that you've got a new mother cat named Feliz, who every time she kisses you, it's abrasive. So I think that's what we got going on here. Is that correct?
Yeah, you got it right on the money.
I'm sure. All right, seriously, I want to try this because I know some of these words.
Yeah.
Feliz Dia. I think Feliz La-di-da, or wait, Feliz Navidad is Merry Christmas. So maybe like Merry Day or Happy Day de la Madre. So Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Todas las madres que hay. To maybe like Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Abrazos y besos. Hugs and kisses for the cougars or cats. Is that, am I seriously close there?
You actually 99% got it.
No kidding. Oh yes.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hugs and kisses for the cougars.
That is awesome. I can't believe it. Okay. All right.
That was amazing. You're learning.
I'm looking for a particular sound effect. That's not it. There we go.
There we go. You got it.
The first one out of 38, whatever, 34 now. That's pretty good. All right.
Very good.
All right, I'll take it.
Feliz Día de la Madre a todas las madres que hay. It's not hey, it's que hay.
Hey, I'm walking it.
Abrazos, which is hugs.
Hugs.
Y
Abrazos y
besos.
besos. Hugs and kisses.
Para los pumas. For the
cougars. Oh, so isn't pumas cats or okay?
It's cougars, yeah.
Okay.
Pumas.
Pumas. Fair enough. All right, guys. Well, that was episode 30. Whatever we're on, 34, I think.
Yeah.
34. Are we sure? Can you verify?
So.
Yeah, 34. All right.
Pretty sure 34.
There you go. 34. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. It's been a pleasure. And as always, thank you for your support and thanks for watching. We will catch you guys next time. Take care.
Hi, guys.